bitch. Is that better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better?
Hey, bitches. Welcome back to another episode of Bitches Better. I'm your host, Raven, and today I'm joined by the host of the Reality Is podcast. It's Noor. Hi.
Hi, Raven. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. I'm so excited to talk to you. I feel like it's been a minute.
You know,
On the
it's
mic.
funny. It has, yeah, on the mic. That's the difference. Is like there are people, like I was just telling you, like I didn't realize I hadn't had Zell on my podcast for so long because we text and we are always in each other's DMs. So I'm just like,
Mm.
oh, I talk to her all the time. And you're like, no. Like I have a cousin who's like my sister. She lives in Brooklyn, but we talk every single day. I probably like she came to visit me after my surgery, but like I hadn't seen her in like weeks before that. And
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things where I'm like, damn, your hair is so different. What happened? And you're like, oh, I haven't seen you. And the funny thing is like, I saw her mom on Saturday and her mom was like, cause my cousins-in-laws live in Virginia and she's supposed to go visit them. And so her mom goes to me, do you know if she left for Virginia yet? And I said, no, I don't know. And she goes, you talk all the time. And I was like, not about anything useful. Like, I don't know where she is in the world. I mean, I will,
Right.
if she needs me to know, I will look at her location, but like, we don't talk like that. And she was like, what do you talk about all day? And she was like, no, I was like, nonsense. Like, what do you
Just
think?
stupid shit. No, that's so relatable. I'm the same way with one of my cousins that I'm very close with. And my mom will just every now and then be like, did you talk to her? Did they talk to her? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, do you know about this? I'm like, girl, no. Like,
We're not
we're
talking about
sending
that.
memes and like talking shit. Like, no, that's not.
Yeah, we're
the
trading notes
conversations.
on IBS. We're not talking about anything useful, okay?
Exactly. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's do our bitches of the week, bad and raggedy. Noor, who do you have?
Well, let's talk about Raggedy because
Let's.
let's talk
Please.
about Raggedy first because obviously I think the raggidiest bitch on everybody's mind is obviously Jen Fessler. What a loser
What a loser.
what a loser. Okay, so last week Kendrick was on and we were talking about how like Kelly from Atlanta is so compact and small but like such loser energy and I said she's like loser concentrate and Kendrick called her cream of loser soup. And I was like, oh my God, that is what she is. That's what Jen Fessler is. And here's the thing. I'm very proud of the state that I come from. And I was like, oh, what's going on over there in the Hamptons? What happened to Amanda? What happened? She was so she's riding so hard for Ciara. Like, what happened? No, I'm concerned about the waters of New Jersey. I don't know what is going on here, but Jen Fessler, you're a fucking loser. You're a weirdo. So the fact that like I didn't even notice this because like who cares? But the fact that like all of her like previous posts are like about West, like
something's wrong with her. And like, I'm not well versed in Jen Fessler because I have like fallen off of Jersey the past few seasons, so I don't
yeah.
know her like that. But I was like, oh dear, like, is this on brand for her, or is this like, is everyone shocked? You know?
Well, it is on brand that when she fucks a guy, she likes to talk about it because her claim to fame are on her season, like by the way, her season, not even, she's a friend of. So like
Oh,
the few times that she's been on, her big thing is like, I fucked James Gandolfini. I had sex with Tony Soprano. It's like, girl, give it up. That was 1992.
I
It was
do
like,
think I knew that.
you know, and like that's her claim to fame. So I think like her big thing is like, who have I let touch my puss? And you're like, okay,
Big deal.
not impressive.
You slept with a man. Congratulations.
Congratulations. The easiest thing for any of us to do. Do you know
Honestly.
how easy it is to fuck a man? Do you know how easy it is?
It's the easiest thing a person could do. Like, you
It is.
guys have to stop bragging about shit like this. But oh my God, in case I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast because I feel like it happened after I recorded. But in case you don't know, there's a rumor that Jen Fessler and West fucked. And Ciara was like, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh shit. And it got to the point where Jen, and then of course people are pulling up these old clips. Like West on Jen's podcast and West on Watch What Happens Live talking about how like he hooked up with an older woman and it was extreme and it was
And weird.
weird. Yeah. Kill me now. I fucking I will just die. Imagine You fuck West. Ugh. And then also he says it's weird. No. Um, but yeah, so that happened. And then Jen was getting pissed and she's like, I will fucking sue you, Ciara, basically, on her story.
Yeah.
She's like, this is a lie and I'm going to sue you. So let's get this figured out, huh?
Uh,
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, bitch? And Ciara just put up a little cartwheel emoji like, girl, get out of my face. I'm
Yes.
not worried about you.
I love that everybody was like, why is Jen Fessler going so hard for West? Like, what is this? And Sierra was like, because she fucked him.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Simple.
it.
Simple.
Simple
Yeah.
as that. And I just love all of the other receipts. Like there's all these other Bravo people that are coming up and be like, yeah, we heard Wes like has hooked up with somebody from Jersey, like da 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 da, all this stuff. And it's like, well, it's either Dolores, and which is absolutely not, or Jen Fessler. You know what I mean? Like, who else could it be? One of the twins from one of the lost seasons of Jersey? Like, obviously, which by the way, wouldn't put it past Wes to be like
I
hooking
wouldn't
up
put
with that
anything past him.
no,
No.
nothing. But then I don't know where I saw it because there's so much information coming at us. But somebody said that he talked about some woman named Jenny who was an older woman giving him the gnarliest head he's ever gotten in his life.
Ew.
I was like, a blowjob? Ugh. Get off your
Jen,
knee.
please. Honestly, that's what you decided to do?
Get
That's
up.
reserved for, oh no. Oh my God. And the gnarliest, I don't like that word.
I may be paraphrasing, but it was something like that.
No, it sounds like something
It
he would
sounds like
say.
something Wes would say, right? Like it
Yes.
sounds gnarly, sounds like something he would say. It was the gnarliest blowjob gnarliest head I've ever gotten. And like
Ugh.
and that she was fucked up and he was fucked up. But like
Well, yes.
yeah, and then that's why like West immediately then going to his stories and being, this is news to me, Jen. Oh, you got a lot to say. I heard
Oh.
you lost your voice. I heard you
Now you're opening your mouth about this. But it's interesting. He loses and finds it. Just, oh, I can't keep up.
No, I don't know what it is, but it's just such lose it. Like, what? So raggedy, so pathetic. I'm sorry, man. You're in your 50s. Wes Wilson?
And also you have a husband. Let's not forget that. And she
Sure.
posted the photo of her and her husband from like their wedding day for their anniversary and was like, I wouldn't care if you if you slept with Ciara
West.
or West or
Yeah,
something
he said,
that.
I wouldn't be mad if you like, I wouldn't care if you had slept with Amanda or West. And I was just like,
Mm, what? What y'all got going on over there?
yeah, it's like she doth comment too much. Like, why are you
comment too much?
because why are you constantly like, invoking this man? Like, let it go. It must have been real gnarly because you're still talking about this gross 31-year-old whose dick you sucked. Yuck. A blowjob?
Oh, shit.
Pathetic.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing and you don't even realize. Oh, and imagine none of this had to happen if you just shut the fuck up. If you had just shut the fuck up, but no, you had to be like, oh, West is a little puppy. Stop being mean to him. He didn't mean it. What?
No.
He means everything he does.
Yeah, what
Like
are you
hard.
talking
What are you
about?
talking about? You're just saying shit, and that has to stop. I'm serious, everybody. Stop just saying shit. Do you have a bad bitch?
I'm gonna give myself a bad bitch. You know why?
Oh, hell yeah.
First of all, happy Mother's Day to all of us. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy
Well,
Mother's
that's
Day to
right.
me. Happy Mother's Day to all of the women. Because guess what? The entire universe, the entire world is a bunch of women with the humans that they made in their body. Okay.
Facts.
That's
You wouldn't be here without us.
who you wouldn't be without us. Now, I'm not giving myself the bad bitch because it's Mother's Day. No, I'm giving myself the bad bitch because on Mother's Day, I spent the day calling out a racist person on my Instagram stories
Oh my God.
and threads. And I was like, you know what? I am going to do this. I was like, it's, I'm not going to lie. I have been on medical leave for 3 weeks. Am I bored? Yes.
You said I needed something to do.
I needed something to do because bless my husband, my sweet in-laws, all my extended, like the village of people that like help me because like I have not had to like do a single thing for 3 weeks, which is beautiful. But then I got a little bored. On the topic of West and James Gandolfini and all that, okay, by the way, I said, imagine going from James Gandolfini to West hurts when I pee pee, which is so stupid. It's like such a stupid, silly thing for me to say. So I was like, haha, whatever. Well, there's an account called Your Moms Are Watching. That lady's nuts. Okay.
Yes.
That lady's nuts. I'm on record. I'm saying it. She's nuts. She previously made a joke about how she used Wendy's mugshot from Wendy Yosefa from her Housewives of Potomac. She used her mugshot and said, "Oh my God, Wendy, I can't believe you stole the jewels from the Louvre," or something like that. And I was just like, that's fucking racist. That's a racist thing to do, to take a Black woman's mugshot and blame her for this high international crime that existed of theft. That's racist. So I called her out on it.
Funny.
Not funny, not original. Called her out on it, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize." She even sent me a DM separately being like, "I didn't realize. Thanks for calling it out. I deleted the post." I was like, "Okay, great." So this woman posts this weekend. She posted a picture of West and Tony Soprano and said, "It's a crazy world where we're living, where West Wilson and James Gandolfini are," and I'm not going to use the word, it starts with an E. We used to use it for Inuits of Alaska and of the North. They are E-word brothers. And I said, "Hey girl," I commented, I said, "Hey, we don't use that word anymore. That's a slur. We don't use the E word anymore. It's a slur. We don't do it." And a bunch of people commented being like, "Don't use that word. It's a slur." And she said, "Oh my God, I had no idea. I would love to hear from some E-word people to know."
Again.
And I said,
You did it again. I literally just said,
"You did it
don't.
again. The slur isn't brothers, just to be clear.
It's not.
The slur isn't the brothers part of the word that you use.
You got it wrong again.
You keep saying it." And then, of course, there's a bunch of people, all white, that are commenting, being like, "Leave her alone. Stop policing language." Mind you, this is like a 60K people like follower account. So it's just like the worst people of Bravo. This person has been like promoted by Heather McDonald. Boo. So just like the worst people. So then I DM'd her. I said, "Girl, I'm surprised that you haven't deleted the post yet, because you keep saying you're going to delete it and then you didn't delete it." And she basically commented back being like, "I didn't delete the post because the spirit of it wasn't racist."
This is the just saying shit that I just was mentioning earlier. The spirit of it. What are you saying?
Why did she use that word?
I used a slur, but the spirit in which I used it was not racist, so it actually doesn't count. Did you know?
She said, "I'm not deleting it because I don't feel like the spirit of my post was offensive. I have done my research and I'm not here to hurt anyone. And I'm confident my post has not hurt anyone. I hope you are in the DMs of every account out there who spew hate and racism daily, because my account definitely is not one of those. I do not care about engagement or views or likes. I'm not racist." So
all that last paragraph was a bunch of lies.
Yeah. No, you've literally done it before. You've literally done it before, bitch.
And you do care about the likes and stuff, or else you would have deleted the post, but you think it's cute and funny. And you get one person being like, "No, it's fine." She's like, "I'm getting conflicting messaging about this. I don't know."
I don't know.
But I did my research, and like the research showed the spirit of it. As long as the spirit of it is good.
So weird.
It's fine.
So anyway, I give myself the bad bitch for calling her up, posting her about her in my Instagram stories and threads, because I said, I choose violence today. It's Mother's Day. I get to be as violent as I want. Thank you.
I know that's right. And I totally agree with you. That page is problematic as hell, and that's why it's crazy for her to even say that. Like, this page is not about this. Like, I always see people talking about you doing something like this. Like,
constantly.
Whatever. Okay, so my bad bitch is going to Ciara Miller and Teffy Pessoa. Is that her last name?
Sure.
You know who I'm talking about. Teffy's great. They are going to be the new hosts of Love Island USA's After Sun show.
Amazing.
Taking the place of Maura. So I think congratulations. This is so exciting. This is exciting news. You already know I'm already excited anyway. This just leveled it up. I can't wait for the looks.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. And I've never watched a single episode of After Sun.
Well, and I get that. I watch because,
Of
I
course.
just
Of
it's
course.
me.
Yeah.
There's not it's not great.
No, I know. That's the thing.
It's
I
not great. It's not a like it can be though, because After Sun on Love Island UK,
I hear.
amazing. Like it's a
Yes.
whole
Yes.
production. So
Uh-huh.
like I think they'll get there. After Sun is still new to them. So
Yeah.
I hope. And
And
now they
maybe
have two of them. So I think
yeah. And maybe I think also Teffy is the kind of person that is like going to actually grow people. Like I feel like that's what we really need. I feel like I heard the big concern about or complaint about Mara Higgins was that you all knew Mara as like the woman who yelled at men and called them out all the time. And then for some
yeah.
reason on After Sun, she was like, I'm simply going to ask the questions that production is telling me to ask and I will do no follow up. So I'm hoping that between Ciara and Teffy, we get a little bit more of like the, hey, idiot boy, why did you do that?
Yes. And
Like,
I think we will.
and I think that that's always good. It's kind of, it's like the way we had to replace Sarah Hyland with Ariana Madix.
Oh
And
my
so,
God. How did
you
she
know,
get that job? No
I
disrespect, Sarah. I love you, but not on Love Island, honey.
no, that one clip of that one contestant having the gall to yell at her, and she was just like, "Are you
Right.
talking to me?"
Yeah. Like, I know
But
you fucking lying. Ariana would never.
the fact
Maya
that you
Jama
didn't
would
take off,
never.
no, the fact that like you didn't take off your heel and slap him across the face with it, Sarah, no,
Or say,
you're too nice.
actually, you know what? New rule. You get out. You've been dumped. I just
Yeah,
said so. I got a
yeah,
text. How about that?
yeah.
For
Guess what?
disrespect.
Guess what? I write the text, and I just got one in my mind. You're out of here.
Bye. Anybody else want to disrespect me today? I didn't think so.
Wait, who is your raggedy bitch?
Oh, James Charles.
Oh, yes!
It's
Yay!
let me tell you something. Okay, everyone knows Spirit Airlines like went out of business. Unfortunately, like 17,000 people lost their jobs. And in this economy, crazy. So James Charles gets a DM from a woman being like, I worked for Spirit. I lost my job. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. And shared her, oh my God, what
Cash
is it?
App, GoFundMe?
GoFundMe. Jesus,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Shared her GoFundMe. And instead of acting like a normal human being, James opened up his little TikTok, put on his little robe, and got in the camera and was like, "Oh, you lost your job and then you're coming to me asking me for money? How about you go get a job? Go get another job, you lazy piece of shit." In the time that you copied and pasted and sent this message to me and probably a bunch of other celebrities and influencers, you could have applied for 100 jobs. Get off your ass and get, yes, like it was even worse than I'm remembering. It was longer than it should have been because it shouldn't have happened at all, right? So just mean and nasty for no fucking reason at all. If you don't want to give the girl money, ignore. Delete
Yeah.
the message,
Yeah.
right? So everyone's calling him out left and right. He
Good.
has, of course, a bullshit apology video. And in the beginning, you could tell it was like he needed to redo it because he sounded annoyed. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This woman came into my DM. She doesn't even follow me, by the way. But it's okay. It's okay. She lost her job, so obviously she's desperate, and I shouldn't do this and that, and it was out of line and blah blah blah." And it's like, okay, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Coulda kept
you're
that.
yeah.
You coulda kept that. I don't believe you. And it's also like, how are you still here? Or weren't you, like,
No.
sending nudes to, like, 16-year-old boys or
I
something?
know.
Like, I don't
That's
understand. Like, what are we doing here? Who's
that's the
supporting this
thing.
man?
That's the thing. It's like crazy to me that like he keeps doing shit to be like, I guess here's the thing. I think engagement and likes are a drug, right? Like I
Ugh,
think that people really like want to feel relevant because every time they see their engagement go up, they are probably seeing their dollars wherever they're coming from go up, right?
yeah.
Like you would think that somebody who like every single time he does some stupid shit, everybody's like, just a reminder, James Charles is a pedophile. It's like crazy that like you keep doing shit that brings up the fact that you are an abuser,
Mm-hmm.
but you still keep doing stuff. Like, I guess the money must be really good. I don't know. We're living in a cuckoo banunu world. It's nuts, Raven. I don't understand. It
Mm-mm.
doesn't make any sense. He's just like one of the worst. He's probably gonna release like a Spirit Airlines themed shitty shadow palette or something, and everybody's gonna be like, it's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I'm confused every day by things going on. Like I just don't but I couldn't believe what I was seeing because I don't really know much about him except for all the times he's been canceled in quotes, which is why I say it's
Yeah.
not real. But I was like, "Oh my God. Like you are evil. That is just so nasty."
Was there
And
like
you've never probably even had, like, a job before. Have you filled out an application? Like, do you understand? And that
Mhm.
was another thing he was saying because obviously people were like, "You have no idea. You apply for jobs, sometimes the
Mhm.
jobs aren't even fucking real. You don't get called back, or you go
Yeah.
through 5 interviews for some bullshit. You get the job, they pay you $2 an hour, and you still can't pay your bills." It's like, "You don't get any of it. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up."
Shut the
And
fuck
he's
up.
like, "No, I don't think I will."
Ah, okay. And the thing, again, going back to our earlier point, all of this could have been, not a problem if you just chose to shut the fuck up.
It's always an option,
Always an option.
but I that's not clicking for some people, so here we are.
I do think that there's like people that are 10 years younger than us that know all about his lore. And I always see them talk about this time that like there was a big fight on TikTok where Tati released a video talking about how James Charles was talking about how he loved to suck dick in the middle
Oh
of her birthday dinner. I always
my
just see it
god.
pop up. Listeners, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm like too old. If you know if you know what I'm talking about, just like do a little synopsis. Tell us what happened because he's been a problem forever. And speaking of too old, let me just say this, Raven. I
Say it.
saw a bunch of stuff about like Secret Lives of Modern Wives.
Oh god.
Michaela's in Hawaii trying to fix her skin or something, which God bless. But
I see. Follow her.
she wrote this huge thing in
Oh,
the
yeah.
in the itty bittiest font. And then
Girl.
Taylor Frankie Paul wrote like another novel. And that's, you know what? I turned 40 last year. Like I'm really embracing turning into a middle-aged woman. I love to say no to things. I love to stay in bed. I love to
Mhm.
not go out after 7 o'clock if it's raining. Like
Mhm.
I love the power of no. I come from a place of no now. I loved looking at it and I said, "Oh, I don't even need readers yet, but this makes me feel like I need readers." And that's my way to be out. That's how
Yep.
I know, you know what? Font is too small. The words are
Yep.
too many. This is
Mm-mm.
not for me. I've aged out of this.
Yep, yep. I said the same thing, like, first of all, who's this for? I guess not me, because I can't I can't read it, and I won't try. I'm sorry. Nothing bugs me more than a giant block of text. Break that shit up, please. Oh my god. Actually, don't even do that. Like, aren't you guys like TikTok girlies? Why wasn't this a video?
Why wasn't
Why
this a
was this a
dance?
video?
Why aren't you
Why
dancing and
don't you
pointing to
dance
words?
and put the words exactly? Like, what is this? I was like, well, I'm not gonna know until somebody like summarizes it. And you know what? Even if they don't, it's fine. I've had enough of them. I've
No.
had enough. Finding out that Taylor was basically like fighting with Michaela via giant blocks of text yesterday
Mm.
on Mother's Day when she had her first like supervised visit with her son on Mother's Day. And that's what she was doing. And posting those crying photos of her. I am so sick of this bitch. I can't tell you.
The
Like,
cr-
put your phone away. And she's like, and I'm not going to put my phone away and I'm not going to disengage and I'm not going to do that. So stop saying that to me. It's like, okay,
okay.
you don't want, you, you don't want to get better. You don't want help. Like, you thrive on chaos. And I wish you would just say that and quit like just playing the victim all the time. That makes me crazy.
I think the influencer who cries on screen or posts a picture of them crying is always so funny to me because, okay, I was once in a cult. It's called the Keto Community. I had an Instagram account. I've talked about it before. I had an Instagram account and I made, by the way, I made some of my closest friends. I've like got a group chat of 4 people that I talk to every day. We've been in a group chat since 2018
I love
on
that.
Instagram, and we love each other, but there's this one girl that was in that group chat with us that we all slowly one by one realized is a fucking weirdo. But
Isn't it funny when that happens? You're like,
like we were attending each other's like weddings and baby showers. Like we were legit real life friends or whatever. But one of our friends pointed out, this is like close to the end of this person being out of our like being part of our friend group. They said that they went to a wedding with her and they were like, I literally watched her make a video of herself crying and then stop it and then redo the video of herself crying. And I was like, oh,
see, I'm sorry. It's not normal behavior, and you won't convince me otherwise. Like,
Mhm.
and the redoing part, insane. Like, what? Why? I don't get it. Like, Sally from Southern Charm did a post, like
Uh-huh.
several selfies of her crying, and the
Uh-huh.
caption was like mental health awareness. And here goes Taylor Frankie Paul in the comments. She's like, "Amen, sister." Something like that with like a broken heart. It's like you have got to stop this, and you've got to get into therapy. Why? Why won't you do it?
You
Don't.
know, I also think, unfortunately, we live in a world where there are a lot of dumb people. I say this all the time. We are sharing the internet with people who are charging their devices in their parents' bedrooms. There are literally children on the internet right now. They they all did an arts and crafts. We're sharing the internet with people who did a school project where they did an arts and craft for their mom for Mother's Day. Okay, those are the people that we're sharing the internet with. And so for those people, we do have these types of people, the Taylor Frankie Pauls that are like, it's okay to cry. You're like, you're 37 years old or however the fuck old you are. I don't know how old you are anymore. I can never keep up. But like, you're an adult woman and your audience, your millions of followers, a good portion of it are literally young people. And those young people, I guess, do need that disclaimer. But the rest of us, the adults, we can tap out. We can
Yeah.
tap out. We can say, you know what? The way I don't need to, my kids aged out of police propaganda, 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 Paw Patrol. My kids aged out of it, and it's okay. They age out. Your kids, eventually they grow up from from Duplos to Legos, and then eventually they stop using Legos anymore. You
Mhm.
can age out of certain social media too. You don't have to keep following it.
Yep, yep. A word. Um, okay. And then one random thing before we get into the Housewives. So today is the NBC Universal Upfront, whatever that
Uh-huh.
means. And apparently, like, I don't know what that means.
By the way, I have so many friends who work in media that have been to the upfronts, and they always tell me they went to the upfronts, and I'm like, "What did you do?" And they're like, "I don't know."
Oh, see, they don't even know. So now I really don't feel bad. But as of now, we've seen there's 2 new Bravo shows that have been announced, and they both seem dumb, but what do I know? So we've got Salon Confessionals with Madison LaCroix, and I guess let me read what it said. And you be the judge. You won't just take my word for it. Synopsis. Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix transforms her salon chair into the ultimate confessional, where clients arrive for a makeover but end up revealing the most unbelievable stories of their lives. As Madison cuts, colors, and styles, and each appointment becomes a jaw-dropping saga of secrets, betrayals, and twists.
Madison does hair.
Or please.
I didn't know that.
Are you serious?
I
Yeah,
did.
that's what she did like before. She was
Oh.
I think she did Patricia's hair, and that's kinda how she got mixed into
Oh.
no, she doesn't do it anymore, but I
Okay,
guess now she's gonna
well, I
pretend.
mean, Patricia has terrible hair, so like,
Ugh. Patricia has terrible everything, but yes. So there's that, and then there's also Campus Confidential, Miami, working title.
okay,
Yeah. Working indeed.
working.
Synopsis. In sun-soaked Miami, an elite group of students navigate friendships, romance, Greek life, and social media scandals, proving that behind every yacht party and perfect post lies a much messier reality. Among the group, brace yourself, is Georgia Gay, daughter of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's Heather Gay.
Absolutely not. No,
Mhm.
decline, unsubscribe, not interested. Hell no. No.
Yeah, and the worst part, or maybe it's the best part, those shows are supposed to be between 90 and 120 seconds long? Question
Yeah.
mark? And there's gonna be like 60 episodes? I don't know, Nor. Oh, okay, here we go. Bravo TV posted 3 minutes ago. New
Mhm.
shows, returning shows, summer premieres. Vanderpump Rules, Lisa, Las Vegas. I don't fucking care about that.
Yeah.
Secret Lives, Texas Wives.
No.
In the heart of Texas Hill Country. That sounds spooky. Is the picture?
That sounds dangerous for you and I.
Yes. Is the picture perfect town of Bourne, where wealth, beauty, faith, and family reign supreme, centered on a tight knit circle. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so housewives, but in a small town. Got it.
Okay, and also that is so raggedy of Bravo to be like, Secret Lives. If I was Hulu, I'd be like, you better fucking not. Don't piss me off.
They say working title indeed. You won't have secrets or lies or wives all in the same. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Who's like,
Oh my
what?
God.
That's so stupid.
Okay, the shows, returning shows, Rhode Island, season 2, great. The Valley Persian Style, Wife Swap, wow. Below Deck, Down Under, Married to Medicine, Southern Charm, Summer House, Salt Lake City, blah, blah, blah. Okay, New York, New Jersey, watch what
New
happens in
Jersey.
Potomac. Season
All right.
15.
All right.
Apparently they start filming today. Summer premieres. McBee Dynasty, everybody, June 15th. Next Gen NYC,
Yes.
June 24th. Orange County, July
Yeah.
9th. And The Ultimate Girls Trip, August 9th.
Okay, I'm excited
Okay.
for that one.
All right. I'm glad I checked again.
Yeah, I heard that the trailer for Next Gen season 2 is supposed to drop today. So I'm gonna watch it.
Yes, of course. I can't wait. Okay, that's not there. Oh my God. Breaking news, everybody.
Oh my God. What is
Bravo Fan Fest 2026 is heading to Charleston, October 24th. I will be there.
it?
Finally, somewhere close.
You know what? I think maybe I will too.
I would die. Please.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll
You know
talk
what?
about it later.
I was texting with Hannah, I think, or messaging with her
Mm-hmm.
at one of the many times she's been on your podcast. And she was like, wouldn't it be fun if we all went on a girls' trip? And I was like, yeah, of
I
course.
need that.
Yeah.
I need it. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, great.
Okay. Let's talk about Rhode Island first.
Mhm.
So Rosie is sick. She was thrown up all night because she's sick of Kelsey's BS, basically.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And she also called Kelsey a high-end squatter, and I laughed.
I laughed. I
did.
lolled.
The thing is, Rosie, she's really killing it in the confessionals,
Mhm.
not so much in person. And I don't like that.
Mhm.
I need a little more in person, please, or else it's going to be canceled out, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Kelsey is kind of like Rosie is shutting down a little bit in person because I think I think that there's like an obvious, like, okay, Kelsey is friends with all of these older women because I don't know, there's darkness there. There's a deep darkness there. Apparently, all these older women have fucked the same guys that
Oh my
Kelsey was potentially hired for, allegedly. And so I feel like there's like that part of it. And then Rosie's like, the worst thing I did is fuck somebody at work, I guess. And so like I think that Rosie comes in being like, I don't know how to be friends with these like high-end people. Like I'm just a
Mm.
regular working gal and not in the way that like Kelsey's a working gal. Like Kelsey is a sex working gal and Rosie
Mhm.
is a gal who worked and maybe had sex at work, which is different.
Yes.
And then she's like, all I have is like Ashley by my side who won't stop crying. So
Oh my
like
God.
I don't know what to do. And so I think like Rosie kind of shuts down because she just turns into like a 12-year-old. Like Rosie turns into a 12-year-old who's being bullied in this
Mhm.
group. But I'm like, but that's not who you are. You're funny and you're like witty and you're smarter than them. And you don't
Yeah.
need to do that. Like I learned that this is who Rosie was the very first episode because she had that like little picnic and she was like, oh, is anybody here a polygamist or whatever? And then Joellen was like, are you going to fucking start this shit? And then Rosie started crying. Was like, you're so mean to me. And I was like, Rosie, don't do that. Don't cry.
Mhm.
In it, like, because she has the potential to be such a delicious, like Portia Williams type of a villain that
Yeah.
where like you're funny and you're beautiful and you're witty and you're smart because she is probably smart. Granted, she
Yeah.
didn't know the difference between polyamory and polygamy, but still, you know,
I'll give
it's
it to her.
it's better than Joe Ellen, who doesn't know what we're celebrating on July 4th. So, like,
Oh, brother.
I think Rosie has a lot that she could be doing, but like Rosie's defense mechanism is like, you guys were all mean to me and I'm just shutting down. I'm gonna be like, I was throwing up all night. And then they're like, Ashley, did you hear her throwing up? She was like, no. Okay.
Like, no, you weren't. But okay, Rosie. They're like, look at her. She looks sick. Oh. And then Ashley's crying again on
Constantly.
behalf of Rosie and her throwing up that she didn't hear. I don't. Ashley, please. This is getting out of control.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Kelsey and Rosie, they like kind of argue at breakfast, but then they talk after and like they're good now, in quotes.
Yeah.
They have a giant water slide at this haunted mansion for some reason. I still don't understand, like, whose idea was that? Gotta be Alicia's, right?
Yeah, it has to be Alicia's because Liz was like, what is this? And I was like, I thought this was a joint trip between like Alicia and Liz. So I was just very confused by like Liz being like, I don't want to go on the water slides and flirt with Ilya Rosenoff or whoever is there as their butler.
Honestly, she's like, you know, it gets to a point when you're hanging out with a group of girls that could be your daughters
There
and
you
like
go.
they're flirting with the butlers and trying to get them to take their shirts off. And she's like, I'm just actually going to be out of here.
It's
I'm going to go.
basically us being like, you know what? The Mormon wives are not for us anymore. I think that
Yes.
we've aged out of it. Liz is like, this was fun for like a second, but like, this isn't fun anymore.
Right. She's like, you're giggling, you're splashing me. It's like, okay, enough.
Enough. I
Well,
gotta go. I'm gonna go retire to my bedroom with my, noise canceling headphones and just be out of here. I think that that's really what we got to do. But yeah, I
relatable
don't know.
content.
They like bonded over like flirting with these like, butlers and then going down the water slides. I am not interested in going down a water slide on a weekend at a mansion.
I would go down a water slide, but that one looks dangerous. It's too high.
Is that what it is?
It's too high. Kelsey was like, there's not even no water at the bottom here. Like, no. I feel like I would tumble down. It would be a terrible accident if I did it. So, no. I'm with
No.
Liz. Why didn't she go with Joellen and Alicia? Like, what did you stay at the house for?
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So then we learn about Joellen and this whole mom sending her away thing. I was like, thank God, because when she talked about it at the dinner, I was like,
Mm.
I got a lot of questions. How did we get here? So she said that her mom sent her to the behavioral school not because she was bad or like doing drugs or drinking, like she had straight A's. She said she just had big boobs and boys liked her. So her mom was like, promiscuous girl, you got to get out of here. And then she said that her sister had to go
Mhm.
too. And
Mhm.
so then that squashed my theory that I thought the sister was in on it because the sister and the mom apparently have a good relationship now. So I was like, oh, she probably was like, you have no idea what Joellen's been doing
Yes!
at
Oh my God,
school.
that's
She's
so
not even
funny.
going to school. So we got to do something about this, mom. And the mom was like, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Exactly. That's what I also thought last week when she was like, Joellen, like you just had to have to like move on. Like that's just like the part of being an adult. Like definitely don't ask mom about why that happened. Like just don't. Trust me, you do not want to talk to mom.
don't open up that
Please
can of worms.
don't open up that can of worms. Because the mom is gonna be like, no, your sister told me that you were sucking dick up and down Route 95 or whatever, the interstate. And so I had to send you to, the campuses. But then, yeah, we find out Jen was also, and I was like, Joellen's mom, what's going on? Why are you
What?
sending your daughters away? What is this?
I don't know. So the sister went once. Joellen went 3 times. The first time she sent her, she was in 7th grade. And they sent her to like a drug rehab place. And the people were like, she's not on drugs. Come get your child after like
Yeah.
a week. And then she said the last time her mom sent her away, she gave up partial custody to the state because her insurance wouldn't cover it or something like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
And then at a certain point, the state was gonna take full custody of her, and Joellen's mom was like, "Okay, that's a little extreme. Like, no, just give
Mhm.
her back."
Mhm.
But she
Mhm.
was in there for like a year at that point. Like, that is crazy.
You know, I do have to remember that like both Joellen and her sister are born in the 1980s. So these
Mhm.
were kids that were like, remember like Maury, or they were like
Yes.
the scared straight
That
kids?
was my favorite episode. That big black guy would come out yelling at them.
And so I feel like Joellen's mom thought that her daughters were gonna turn into those girls that are like, fuck my mama, I don't care about her anyway. Like those like little white girls that
I
like
like having sex, and I'm 13.
yeah.
I don't care.
The funniest was like their intro clips. They're always like outside at a playground be like,
Arms folded. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have a 20-year-old boyfriend if I want to.
yeah, and nobody
Okay.
can stop me. Like, I think that Joellen's mom thought that like her daughters are gonna turn into one of those. But like
Mhm.
I also wonder if there's like a Catholic Italian growing up, portion of it, because all I know from like just television is that I know like in the 50s and 60s it was very common for like for pregnant women to be sent away to like a school or like a institute where like young pregnant girls would like have babies, and then their babies would be given away because the parents didn't know what to do with it. And that was like very common in like Catholic circles, right? Because it was like these Catholic homes that would like take the child or whatever. So I'm
Mhm.
like, maybe it's like some offshoot of that, but mostly it to me feels more like the Mari and the Ricky Lakes
Mhm.
and the Sally Jesse Raphaels of all of that,
Yes.
of them being like, I'm like, the fact that Joellen was like, I had straight A's. I just like to like kiss boys, and it was just like, okay,
You're right. So you're a teenage girl. Got it.
you're
Like,
yeah. You're a
I
teenage kid. I mean, it's
yeah.
like I will say it's like the equivalent of, this is so dark, but I promise I'm okay, guys. Is like when I was younger, my mom didn't know what to do with me. Mind you, I didn't kiss a boy until I was 17 years old, but my mom didn't know what to do with me because like new country, new culture, whatever, immigrant
Mhm.
experience. But like when I was in 8th grade, I talked to boys online all the time. That's all
Yeah.
I did was talk to boys online, right? And my mom would always like get mad at me. And her threat to me was like, I'm going to go and get you married in Pakistan. And I was just like, and it obviously
Well,
didn't happen, right?
yeah.
But like, it's so funny because I talked to my mom about it now and I was like, I wasn't even doing anything. And she's like, I know it was so crazy. She's like,
She's like, "Girl, I know. It was a wild time, wasn't it?"
like, I didn't know what to do. She's like, I didn't know what to do. Your dad was scared and he was anxious. So then I just like poured it into you. And I was like, I literally did not touch a human boy until I was 17 years old. Like I was a virgin until the day I got married. Like I promise you, I was like the like best Pakistani little girl that I could be. And like
Mhm.
Pakistani Muslim, whatever. And my mom was like, yeah, I know. I didn't really know. So I
Just
feel
be on
like
the safe side, you know?
and it's funny because like Alicia's like, I always knew Joellen's mom to be like the fun mom. Like she was so jovial and she was so nice and all this stuff. And it's very common. Like when I tell my like cousins or my friends that like, oh yeah, growing up, like my mom was super strict on me. They're like, how? Your parents seem like the fun parents. And I'm like, they were not. They were nice
Let
to
me tell you.
everybody else except for their children. We got the beatings and everybody else got the best parts of them. And so I
Mhm.
feel like that's like Joellen does need to have like a conversation or two with her mom where her mom can just be like, yeah, I fucked up, man. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
I hope when she has the conversations, it will go well.
Yeah, I hope so
Um,
too.
I don't know. Everything I've heard of her is not great, but
Mhm.
people change. We'll see.
Oh,
So
also, by the way, Joellen was, I only saw a clip of it, but Joellen was on Watch What Happens Live and behind the bar where it was Gary and Jen, her sister.
yes,
And they were like, have you guys like actually hooked up or whatever? And Jen is like, no, he touched my boobs in 8th grade. Like, it's not even like that. And I'm like, but
that's why she got sent away
that's
that
what I'm
first
saying.
time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is that what happened? Like Gary touching Gary, are you the reason why these girls have trauma?
Yes, yes. He touched Jen's boobs, and then Joellen was like, me too, please.
Yeah. And then the mom was
Hello?
like, both of you.
Ow, get out of here. Come get these girls. They're whores. Oh my God. Who knew I was raising a bunch of little sluts?
But
Jesus.
but I mean,
Oh,
Joellen does admit that in her 20s she was a slut. And I was like, good for you.
absolutely.
Good
Yeah,
for
as you
you.
should, you know?
Yeah.
So, also on Watch What Happens Live, I did watch it. There was a point, of course, they like addressed the sister and the husband of it all. And Joelle made some kind of joke and she was like, I hope she's not like jerking him off back there behind the bar. And Andy, Andy loved it. He was like, in my 15 years of doing this show, I don't think that's ever happened. But you know what? Why not? Why not? Get to it, everybody. I
Chop
think
chop.
these jokes, Joellen, please. It's not, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so what else? Oh, so Rosie's sick. Rula's also sick.
Ah.
Everything that could be wrong with a person is wrong with her. And she had to be rushed to the hospital and all of this stuff. And she was on the after show talking about it in such detail, like in the way that a person does when they're lying. Because like,
Yeah.
I didn't ask you for all of that. And she's like, and
Yeah.
I can give you all of the reports and all of the receipts and everything. And it's like, nobody here
Mm-mm.
asked for any of that. And so I feel like whatever was wrong with you was the same thing that was wrong with Brian's mom whenever he had to leave. Like, just say you didn't want to go on the trip. Okay, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Here's what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you is that you don't trust your husband. And so you were like, oh, Brian only shows up when there's medical emergencies. So I'm going to say I have a medical emergency, and that's when I'm going to film. Like, that's,
Hmm.
they were like, oh, it's a girls' trip. You're going to be away for a night or two. And she was like, a night or two for Brian to go and get his dick sucked in his red interior car? No, I
Not
don't
on
think
my
so.
watch.
No, hell no. Hell
Mm-mm.
no. Let me do this sick winged eyeliner and get into bed and act like I'm sick. And I was just like,
Right.
Rula. Like, yeah, she didn't have like a lot of makeup on, but I was like, that eyeliner is not easy to do.
Exactly. The rule of please. And she's like, and get the kids to write me little cards and stuff
Okay,
too. Let's just really sell it.
100%. She was like, oh my God, you guys wrote me a card. That's so nice. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, kids. We're such a happy family. And I'm like, Rula, this is so
Oh,
funny.
Rula. This is so sad. Oh my God. So while she's sick at home, Joellen has this more proof of Brian cheating. This time it's video evidence of him with the mistress, and they're like hugging and kissing. And, it's a very long hug, like minutes long. And the person who recorded it is Joellen's friend.
Yeah.
Because Joellen's friend is friends with the mistress. And so she sent it to her, and whatever. Is anybody shocked? Like,
No.
and everyone, so they're like, Rula needs to know. Rula needs to see this, but like nobody wants to show her. And they're like, Alicia, we think you should do it. She's like, oh, hell no. I don't want to break her heart. And Liz is like, well, I can't do it. She don't listen to me. And
Yeah.
my delivery is not great. And Kelsey made a good point. She was like, it doesn't matter. She's going to see the video and be like, well, he was probably breaking things off with her. And then he was
Yeah.
bullying her or something. Either that or she's going to say that's AI too. I
No.
hate that AI is a thing for her to be like, nope, it's not real. It's AI. Everything's
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, exactly. I think that unfortunately that is the terrifying place that we live in, but I also think it's so funny because like Rula I do at some point want the ladies to give it up because, listen, we all have a friend who's in a relationship where
Mhm.
everybody knows the man is dog shit. Okay.
Mhm.
We
Even her.
all we all have a friend where you go, if I found out that that man had a secret family somewhere else, I would not be shocked. Everybody knows at least one person like that. It might be your aunt, it might be your cousin, it might be your sibling. We all
Mhm.
know somebody like that. But at some point, you go, this is not my problem. This person wants to live in ignorance. Let them live in ignorance. Okay. Because I
Go on,
will say
girl.
this Rula, that like train party or whatever they were at, she was having a time. She was like, I'm
Mhm.
making cocktails while you guys ride this cycle. And I was like, yeah, that seems really fun. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see her have fun. And maybe that's what Rula's thinking. She's like, guys, like, let me be in my shitty marriage. Leave me alone. But I do understand seeing Joellen's past and seeing her be like, nobody believed me when I was in seventh grade. Everybody
Mhm.
thought that I was a terrible person. My mom thought I was a liar. Everybody thought that I was a bad person. And here I am as an adult woman being told that I'm a problem and I'm a liar when I'm not the liar here. The liar
Mhm.
is the man who's, doing whatever, giving lengthy hugs and grabbing ass. By the way, did you see that Rula said something? Somebody was like, "Oh, what's this thing?" Because the guy like came out with like an NDA or something, and he like gave the mistress an NDA, like served her with an NDA. And
Mhm.
Rula was on a podcast being like, Taria posted the clip. It was so funny. Rula was on a podcast being like, just to clarify that the NDA has nothing to do with the show. It's actually because the woman, the mistress, is a minority owner in one of Brian's businesses. And I was like, Rula, please.
That's worse.
So she's like, she's not just a woman who my husband cheated on me with. It's also a woman that my husband is actively in a business in. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Lula. Oh, Jesus. You
It's
not
so
just
bad.
to clarify, you shouldn't have.
No, we didn't need it. No, no. It's
Mm.
nothing, by the way, nothing got clarified. We have even more questions, but it's fine. It's fine. Things are bad. You don't trust this man. He's a terrible person. You want to remain married to him because even though you won't admit it, this is your second marriage.
Mhm. So, got it. Got it.
Yeah. Right. And Brian is a cheater. He cheated on Alicia's Spanish teacher.
He did. He can't help himself. All of these people, if they're not cheating, they're passing people around, I tell you, because Joellen, Kelsey said
See?
that Joellen was having sex with her ex-boyfriend on the boat and everybody
Yeah.
could hear it. And it was another girl involved. And Joellen was like, that was not on a boat. That was on land, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're gonna tell it right.
Yeah. And then Joe Allen was like, and I fucked his brother. And I was like, wow,
I know that's right.
everybody is ran through in Rhode Island.
Every single one of them. I've never seen anything like it. What is this show? I love it.
And they're so proud of it, which I actually like love. I
Mhm.
love
No
that.
shame.
I love everybody's like, they're like, Rosie fucked a bunch of married people at work. Kelsey is obviously a high end escort. Poor Ashley's the only one. She's like, I globbed onto one man on Bachelor Paradise and cried my way into his arms. Like, that's it. Liz is like, I don't know, like, who knows what this Dino guy is and what his deal is with Liz and all this
Right.
stuff. Rula's got this husband that won't stop cheating on her. Joellen has fucked everybody. It's actually Alicia's the only one. Alicia's like, I only care about my dolls.
And my crackers.
My
Yeah.
crackers and my doll, my low blood sugar. Can you believe that Alicia is born in 1984?
No, that's not true. That is not true. This is the same thing as when they were trying to tell us that Angela is the youngest one on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which no offense, Angela, I love you, love your work, but I still reject that. But this is worse. Alicia, please. You are not 5 years older than me. It's
Oh
not
my God.
true.
Isn't that
It's not
crazy?
true.
It can't be true. I'm like, Alicia and I cannot be peers.
No.
I was born in 1985. She's born in 1984. I don't think so. It's not
Mm,
possible.
no. Let me see some ID. Don't piss me off. There's no reason to lie. We love you, okay? But then she did say that she was in high school with Joellen
With
and her
Jen.
sister. It it doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, let's move on to Atlanta since I brought up Angela. Something that's really bothering me and they started the episode off with it. Pinky was on the phone with her husband, and she was like, "You'll never believe it. Angela said that we got a third wife living in the basement. Where's the third wife? We need help." And I said, "Nobody said anything about what number the wife was. She just said you have a live-in wife in the basement. So
Yeah.
is there a second wife that that you do know about? Because what do you mean a third? What's
Yeah.
going on, Pinky? Is
What
this
is Yeah, and also, like, let's not the hidden person in a romantic relationship with a cast member in the basement is like it's exactly what they accused Candy of. Like,
Mhm.
what's going on?
I don't know. That's why I'm like, if she hadn't said third, I would have just been like, "Oh, Angela was just saying shit." You know?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, "What do y'all have going on over there?"
Unless Pinky thinks of her husband as the second wife.
Uh, maybe so. Maybe so. That's something to consider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clap if you care about Drew versus Shamia.
It's so silly.
Okay. I anything to no disrespect to Drew. She's going through a really hard time and I want
Yeah.
nothing but the best for her.
Yeah.
Shamia, oh, she's so annoying. She is
Shamia's so annoying. She's so boring and she's so annoying and she tries so hard. I
oh, it's
will
tragic.
say, I will say when they were like on the party bus or whatever, and Drew was like, "You guys look beautiful. You look beautiful, Kelly. Like, why are you mad? Like, just relax. You look beautiful." And Kelly doesn't even hear her say, "You look beautiful." She just
No.
hears her say, "You look," and Kelly goes, "Well, you look like an alien in your movie." And I loved it because Drew just laughed at her like, "You're
Yeah.
nuts."
She's like, first of all, I don't. Okay. I'm gorgeous
Yeah.
and I was complimenting you. You just had that ready. She just like has these insults ready for people in case they come at her. And
No,
it's like,
Kelly's
again,
nuts.
save it, Kelly. You should have saved that for another time. Like that was no reason to say that at that moment.
All Kelly does is calls Portia a whore and sips on her drinks. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
this is so
God.
boring. I'm so bored. Kelly, you're so stupid. Cream of loser soup.
Cream of loser soup. And loser, what was the other one? Concentrate.
Loser concentrate. I said, remember,
It's
like
so
when you were,
funny.
like the frozen juice concentrate that you would get, and then you would just like add
Yeah.
water to it.
Yeah. They did
That's
not
like how
have
they
water
didn't have the
to it.
water. I like Drew goes,
Ooh.
okay, look at you, misproportions. Because that's the other thing with Kelly. Kelly, your ass and your tits are too big for your tiny little body.
It's not. I don't know how she stands up or walks at all. She
No.
looks crazy at all times. So we've got 2 excursions for the day. We've got
Excursion
horseback.
is
It is. It's
that's a big word for
after
whatever
I
that
said
was.
it. Okay. Activity.
Sure.
Taking that. Horseback riding or cattle driving, cattle hoarding, cattle whatever. There's cattle.
Yeah.
So my question to you is which activity would you have done?
Oh my God. I
Forget
think
about the people, just the activity.
I would have probably done the cattle only
Mhm.
because now I will say if I was presented to me, I would have been like, oh, I'd love to go do the dressage and dinner. Like that's or like lunch. That sounds really lovely. But seeing that at dinner
Mhm.
between horse stables,
Hmm.
that's nuts. I was like, is it because this was the only shaded area? Why were you in there? That was so gross. I have like an issue where if I smell something, it takes me a really long time to not smell it anymore.
Mhm.
Like it's gotten worse since having kids. Like my pregnancy was like super heightened because in pregnancy every you smell everything.
Yes.
It never went away and it like compounded in my second pregnancy. So I just
Oh,
have one of those
no.
things where like if I smell shit somewhere, I'm smelling that for 4 days. Like it's a problem. So I would have been like, you I'm not eating. I'm not eating. I'm leaving.
Right?
I
That
gotta go.
I cannot get over that. Let's just talk about the horseback riding. I would have chosen the cattle because I have serious beef with horses. I can't stand them. So you say horse? Absolutely not. I'm going the other way. Those animals, and we saw it. I knew it. First of all, they're scared of everything. They're always freaking out. running all over the place like crazy, throwing you off of them when you're just trying to ride horses with your Girl Scout troop in 4th grade because they're scared. Oh, it got spooked. Oh my God. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So Phaedra is a horseback rider, which I think I do remember her saying before. And I was like,
Mhm.
ugh.
Mm.
So she's excited. Angela has her freakum dress on to go. So she definitely wasn't ready to dress. Like, where are you going? Everyone else got the memo except for her. So they get there and the horse instructor is like talking, and whoever that other woman was, I don't know who
Yeah.
she was.
No idea.
And the horse freaks out and they were like, "Oh, hell no." And I said, "See,
Mm. Mm-mm.
I knew it." So the instructor, she starts like explaining the dressage or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Phaedra already told us because she rides horses." And Phaedra's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I did horseback riding, whatever." And that lady was like, "Okay." So then she like got on the horse and she's like, "I'm gonna do this. I guess you can explain to them what I'm doing since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing." Like, damn, you like, like
She's so sassy for no
she
reason.
was. She hated them. She's like, "I'm just trying to explain what's going on, but we have a little Miss Horse Girl over here, so I guess she'll just do it all. I'll just fuck off." Like,
Yeah. Chill out, man.
honestly, I was like, why would y'all say that? Just let her explain the thing, you know? And Phaedra's
Yeah.
like, got it. What she's doing is, oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, we get it. So then the instructor's done and she's like, okay, like, who wants to get up here? They were like, I know you fucking lying. That horse is crazy. Hello.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get up there. My wig is not glued down. I have a dress on. I'm not dressed to ride a cow today, said K. Michelle.
So funny. So funny. Also, like all of these women claim to be like, that's the funniest thing about Atlanta is like the women when they want claim to be so country because I feel like it's a part of being from the South is like, oh yeah, like I'm so country. But then when you are actually faced with country, they're like, I'm from Atlanta. It's a major
It's
city.
not that kind of country, okay?
We don't do that. No,
Uh-uh.
I don't think. K. Michelle, who is like the most country person there, is like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not getting on a horse. That horse just tried to kill me. I will. Angela was so like she not only wore that dress, her shoes. She was wearing like little kitten heel flip flops, and I
It
was just
was
like,
ridiculous.
it's
She
just
looked great, but it was ridiculous. Like, where do you think you're going? Seriously.
it's so funny. It's just so
Yeah.
funny. They were all like, no, we watched the horse do the thing, and
We got the lesson. We got it. Where's the food? Oh, in a stinky horse stable. Are you fucking kidding me? Those
no,
horses are in there shitting, flicking their tails up. You know how they do that?
yeah,
There's stuff flying everywhere on my food, in my wine, and
it
it's
was.
cramped. It wasn't even like a big, like the horse is, ew, breathing next to my ear. No, I'm not even walking in there. It smells
Mm.
so bad, Noor. Like you said, there's certain streets in Charleston because, you know, they have the
Yeah,
carriage rides or whatever. And it's just lined with shit, with horse
yeah.
shit. And when you pass by, it's just terrible. So I'm who thought it was a good idea to be like, oh yes, we have this beautiful thing set up for you in the middle of all of this horse shit and smells for you to eat. No, there's stuff flying around in the air. I'm not eating in here. I'd rather eat in a
No,
fucking bathroom. What is this?
it was so weird. And it's like Texas is a big place. Dallas is nice for,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm from the north, so I'm judgy. But you know what I mean? Like
No,
Dallas
it's
is
nice.
nice. It's nice. When I go visit my family in Texas, I've been to a lot of like land and they have horses and stuff. Like they have a farmhouse like further out of like Houston. I know that there are better places.
Have
Why
you
did
heard
you?
of a tent?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I get it. Like, I think that maybe I hope that the one woman, she was a black woman. So I'm like, maybe this is like a black owned establishment, but all the white people there were weird and stupid. And that
Yeah. Not an
Italian man was
attitude.
like, yeah, they had an attitude. And that white man, that white Italian man or whatever, who was like, sniff the rose. And they were like, no, we can't.
All I smell is horse shit, sir. Like,
It's
we didn't think this through.
no.
That pissed me off. So the cattle people, that's
Hilarious.
Cynthia, Drew, Pinky, Kelly, Shamia. Cynthia's pissed. She's had enough of Kelly and Shamia still going on about how dirty the outhouse is. And she's like, hey, I called the people. They said they would clean it. They didn't. They said they're going to do it again today. If they don't, I will clean it myself. Okay? Case closed.
That
Next
would be
caller.
that would be me. That would 100% be me. And I love that she was like, "This is not a hostage situation. You don't want to be here. You can fucking leave."
Exactly. I'm not going to beg you to stay. No one here likes you. Also, there's that. Except for
Yeah.
Pinky. She can go with you too.
Yeah. Also, Pinky was supposed to go horseback riding with them, and then instead she went to the cattle thing. And I was like, Pinky, do you know what they're doing with the cattle when they herd them?
Exactly. And that's when she got like they got there and the cattle, first of all, they were late. So they missed the whole thing. They like caught the tail end of the cattle and I guess they just walked down the street. Um
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, okay." And they're like taking pictures on the cattle and Pinky's like, "I'm a vegan, sweetie. I'm not going to sit on you and take a picture." Like, all right.
No, and also I wonder if Cynthia was like, "Oh yeah, it makes more sense for Pinky, who is a vegan, to go to the horse thing because there's going to be food there and wine, and she could have like crackers and hors d'oeuvres or whatever the fuck they ate over there. But there's more
Mhm.
options for her to eat vegan food." Whereas then Pinky didn't even tell anybody; she just showed up. She was just like, "I'm going with my outhouse friends or whatever," and like. And so, like, even that, like, that's annoying too as like a planner. You're like, but I now you're gonna complain about only being able to eat french fries? Okay.
Exactly. Like you weren't supposed to be here. So sorry, I don't care that we're at this beef restaurant or whatever the hell it is, and you just
Yeah.
have to order French fries. First of all, this is Texas. Second of all, you know you're a vegan. I feel like I have a vegan family member,
Mhm.
and when they first did that, they'd be like, "Oh, nobody made anything special for me at this thing." It's like, well, that's crazy. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You're the only one. You know what I mean? So bring your little snacks, pack some crackers.
Cracks
Alicia
and
would.
crackers.
Like, pack
Exactly.
something for you to eat, or you're just going to eat the fucking French fries. I wish Cynthia would have been like, well, you weren't supposed to be here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to do. They
Yeah.
had, like, a beautiful fruit and veggie spread at the other place. Is it
Yeah.
covered in horse shit? Yes, but,
Sure. Yeah,
all the
exactly. And
details.
and like also if you like love animals, then you would have probably gone and enjoyed looking at the horses or whatever the fuck ever. I don't know. But like for her to be like, "Oh my God, like how could you whatever you chose to go to the place with the cattle." Again, they're herding the cattle to eventually use it for meat and dairy. So
Hmm.
it's not so they can become friends with it. It's not so it's
Oh.
no, that's the point of the cattle herding is for food.
Yeah, so Cynthia, she's had enough of these bitches, actually.
I
Shamia
love it.
Shamia
I
and
love it.
Kelly, she got them together on the ride there, and it was her, like, talking to Kelly, and Shamia kept, like, trying to interject, and Cynthia's like,
Mm,
"Not talking to you, talking to Kelly. Got it?" She's like, "Not you. Please shut the
mhm.
fuck up talking to me, okay? I'm talking to Kelly." So now she's gotta get Pinky together, and she's like, "Your energy is off. Like, it's just off. You do too much, and it's just crazy." And Pinky's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
Now, I want to know what you think about this because Pinky goes in the confessional and she's like, it's so, dangerous to call a black woman aggressive.
Yeah.
And I was like,
No.
obviously we do believe that on
Yes.
shows like Beverly Hills, in mixed company.
Mhm.
It's like
Mhm.
Kendrick said last week, like he was like, if I was on this trip and I was in mixed company and they put me in the pool house, yeah, I would take offense to that because then it would be like, why am I the black person that goes to the pool house and not the main house, right? But he was like,
Wait,
but this
I
is
said that about the valley because they
yeah.
put Jasmine and her fiance in the back house and they called it the back house. I was like, no,
Ooh.
call it something else. Call it something else is
It
getting
doesn't
weird.
feel
That's
it
funny.
doesn't feel right. But like I
No.
get it in mixed company. There are certain things that we definitely should be more mindful of, like the way we speak about each other or aren't. But like I wonder your thoughts about it when they say stuff like this on,
Uh,
Potomac or like Atlanta.
well, I felt like Pinky was reaching. Like,
Mhm.
don't do that. We all understand. And how would you describe your behavior
Uh,
and how you approached this situation? How would you describe it? What word would you use?
Yeah.
That's what I
Passionate?
want her to tell
She
me.
said passionate. Why are you so passionate
'Cause
about their accommodations? That's
you
weird.
were it has nothing to do with you. You were aggressive, and there was no reason for it. Sorry. Again,
Yeah.
if somebody else said that about you on another show, I'd be, "Okay, I get it." But no,
Mm.
it was. So
Pinky Stink is like always, oh, you can't do that to me. I'm a multi-million dollar business owner. Oh, I'm a business owner. You can't say that to me. I'm a business owner. I don't think, first of all, you're not very good at
alright.
it. You're not very good at it. You're fine.
Things are not going well.
yeah, you're like, I had to sell my business, then I bought it back, and then I sold it again, and now I'm having to do bankruptcy. Girl, I don't know what you are talking about. I don't understand, but it doesn't feel like you're very good at your business. Um, but
Everyone is a business owner there, I feel
yeah,
like.
but like her thing, I think, and this often happens when like you're a new housewife, is like obviously they're coming on to like bring business to their whatever, product, the product
Mhm.
that they're selling. And I think in Atlanta, that doesn't work because everybody in Atlanta, like Atlanta started as a show where we didn't really care about what their businesses were. In fact, I didn't know. I had no
No.
idea. There was no business to be businessing.
Mhm.
Every season, I'm reminded that Portia has fucking written a book and sold hair extensions and sold like poop poop tea and
Mhm.
bed sheets. Every season, I'm reminded of this because those are things that she did after she came on the show. When you come on the show and you have an existing business, and then that's your whole thing, it's not fun. And I think like
No.
Pinky can't kind of keeps like leaning back on it, like, oh, you can't say I'm not a vegan because like I'm a business owner. You can't bring me to this vegan restaurant because I'm a business owner. You can't talk about my marriage. I'm a business owner. You can't say that I'm aggressive. I'm a business owner. Girl, we all are.
Yeah,
We're
we
at work.
all are,
We're
please.
actually at work right now. This is
Yeah. Stop it.
yeah.
I want to like her, but it's unfortunately like I'm getting closer to drawing a conclusion, and it's to me not liking her. I
Yeah.
think she's a fucking weirdo, and I
Yeah.
really tried.
Yeah.
Um, but that's okay. I think she's still good on the show, but
But I think it's also not helping that she is blobbing on to Shamia and Kelly.
what a choice. What is that?
When Shamia and Kelly are the ones that have been talking about her not being a real vegan.
Kelly said she saw you eating steak, and she cackled after she said it, and
And
she
that's the
yelled it.
thing, that Kelly is such a fucking loser.
She is.
She's such a loser in every way. Like she's not fun to watch. Like she's not
Mm-mm.
a liar in a fun way like a Whitney Rose or Rosie from Rhode Island. You know what I mean? You're not
Yeah.
lying in a fun way. You're just a loser and a coward and a snake. And it's not fun to watch you. And you're
No, it's not.
angry and I don't like it.
Let's talk about it because she is also a loser with her she wants so badly to be with Portia, and it's so forced, and she's been doing it since last season. And
Mm-mm.
Portia's like, "Do I know you?" Like, she's not even checking for her. It's still calling her Portia. Then the married men thing comes up again. And she's like, "You did sleep with married men, Portia. You slept with R. Kelly. He was
Uh,
married." I was like, I
R.
beg,
Kelly.
I beg your pardon. Oh,
I
oh
beg your
my
ever
God.
loving pardon. Not why are you
Whoa.
saying
It's
that
just-
name?
Whoa. The fact that he was married is not even like the issue there, right? It's like
There's other problems.
oh my God. So I didn't read Portia's book, so I didn't know this. This was news to me. Um, but obviously Kelly did because she's a fan.
Yeah.
So yeah. And Portia was like, not, no, I didn't. She said he wasn't married at the time. So, um, okay. I wish that this wasn't said.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I just Googled it and she was like 24 when this happened or
ugh,
25 when it happened, right? And it's like
mhm.
the bigger concern is not that he was married.
No, like, what are you doing around him? I hate that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Kelly, like, I still don't care, right? Like, that's disturbing, but I'm like, I still don't care. Like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
Portia fucks
Mm-hmm.
people's husbands. We know that. Simon, hello, like, I don't care. And then the thing comes up about Kelly, the married man that she was sleeping with.
Yes.
And it's like, well, I'm just gonna say who it is then. And Phaedra was like, no. don't do that. Okay. I know who the woman is. I know the family and it's just going to hurt her. So please don't say her name. And I was like, oh shit. So
It-
you did that, Kelly. And we know who the people are. Now I need to know. And when she was on Watch What Happens Live, Andy was like, do you know who, they're alleging that you slept with? And she was like, no, I would love to know. Like,
Kelly's such a
Kelly,
loser. Kelly, please.
please.
Also, like the guy was such a loser that he like literally rolled off of you and texted Portia.
Oh
Portia's
my
friend
God.
was like,
Guess what I just did?
yeah, I just put it into Kelly. Gross.
Kelly? Who cares? Yeah, was that Portia or somebody was like, yeah, the way he handled it was like a boy, but the way she handled it was like a slut.
So funny. That's so funny. The way that she like throws slut around to like talk about it's so funny. That's why when Portia walked into Slutty Vegan and they were like, we have some sluts here. Portia was like, I don't like that.
She said, I didn't realize I thought we weren't calling women sluts anymore.
She was like, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I only
No,
say that for people that are actual sluts. Okay.
only I get to say it. And you're just shouting it out as I walk in. That's crazy. Call me a slut. But yeah, I mean, Kelly and Portia, now they're just like arguing back and forth. You married for money. You got liens on your house. Oh, you don't have a prenup. Oh, you tried to scissor me. I would never try and scissor you. You have a hot chili cheese Frito pussy.
What? No.
Kelly, that was, you see, it falls flat each time.
Kelly, we're bored. We're so bored, Kelly.
It's embarrassing.
It is so
Like,
embarrassing.
get off of here. What do you think her ex-husband thinks? Do you think he watches?
I mean, I know he watches it. I know he watches it. This man apparently like watches it and then that goes on like Instagram lives and shit all the time. But like,
Oh
you know
God.
what I realized? Actually, realized watching this episode, and I realized like this season has been so fun. Is that the past? I think it was maybe 2 seasons ago. It was like the season when Candy was still on, and we had like Drew and her stupid husband, and we had the Olympic runner. I forgot her name.
Sonia.
Sonia and her husband.
Mhm.
I I think that the seasons of like there have been times in Atlanta where it worked out really well when there were husbands around because like watching Greg Leaks, rest in peace, do things was just so funny. But I think
Mhm.
like Atlanta's best when we don't talk about that. All these shows are best when there's no husbands involved, right? And I'm loving
Well,
this
yes.
season because like like the fact that like we sometimes we see Charles Oakley and sometimes we see K Michelle's husband, her dentist husband. But like I love that they're just like not even part of it, you know? So like even this
Yes.
whole fight of like liens on your house and husband and ex-husband, girl, I don't care. I don't care. Come up with something else, please.
Please. Actually,
Also,
don't quit.
yeah, knock it off.
You keep coming up with things and it gets worse each time. Like,
Every
just
time.
give it up. Give it up, Delicious.
I will say this. I will say this about K Michelle. I don't know what it was. It was like, oh, she's mad at Drew because Drew was like, oh, you know black. And K Michelle's like, now that's insinuating that I'm doing something with this man and I'm a married woman. I was like, hey, nobody
I don't
no.
think it was. I love you,
No.
but I don't think it was that.
I
She's still so like fucked up from her experiences before with those
yeah.
women on Love and Hip Hop and stuff, like that she thinks everything is an attack, like
Yes.
immediately, and it's not. She's just like super on guard, super suspicious of everyone. It's
Yeah.
like, no, Drew's not even, no, it's fine. She's just saying, like,
Yeah. Portia's
yeah,
like,
you know him. Not know him, but like you know that he's a person that exists and you know his name and you know him when you see him.
yeah. It's like Portia's like, you can come to dinner without glam. It's okay. And she was like, okay, I don't know. And I'm like, no, it's totally fine. Like, trust me. It was the last season where Portia just like in the middle of a conversation with Cynthia just like ripped up her off her lashes.
Yeah.
Like, this is fine. Housewives is different. It's not love and hip hop. It's okay.
You're safe here.
Well,
Kind of.
ish.
You're safer over here than you were over there. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any final thoughts about Atlanta?
No, I just I loved Drew being like, I'm just annoyed with Shamia does too much because she's always doing that stupid twerking. And I was like, that was really funny because she does do too much.
Cynthia was like, she's obviously going through something. And Drew was like, yeah, she covers it up with twerking. And then they just fucking showed Shamia and Kelly being losers, twerking and screaming. That's all they do, twerking and screaming in the outhouse. Like,
Mhm. It's
they
so
are
silly.
so, oh my God. I love these women, except for Shamia and Kelly. Great show. Okay. Do you have anything for the ranting and Raven segment? Anything?
Well, we did rant like the entire episode, but I
know,
will
love
say we did it right before we hit record. Is I'm going to rant about spam calls. Why so many?
Yes.
Why so many? And I told you, okay, literally, guys, from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., there are periods of time, especially like around the lunch hour, there are time periods where it's every 10 minutes there is a spam call. And it's always the same thing. It's funeral expenses or adding something on to Medicare. Guess what? I'm not that old. Okay. I did say I just turned 40, but like, please pump the brakes on that. Right. And it's always an AI call. It's always a robo call. It's not even a person.
Mm-hmm.
But the really bad thing that happened yesterday is that a spammer tried to FaceTime me. And I was like,
Crazy.
no, decline. That's crazy. FaceTime?
No, it has to be illegal. That's what I said. Like, this is harassment. It literally is. You called me so many times throughout the day. How is this allowed? Like,
Oh my
come
God,
on.
Raven, wait. It just clicked in my
What?
mind.
What?
It all started around the time that Jen Shah was released.
Please. Please. Norm, please.
She's back on
She's
her
like, I gotta make
bullshit.
up for lost time.
She was like, TikTok, they're not hiring me back on Housewives. And the day
Right.
that my People magazine thing came out is the day that West and Amanda dropped their statement. So I got to do something.
That is the funniest shit ever. I know she was just like punching walls. Like no one was talking about it. She's today of all days. She's probably plotting on West right now. Hit
Oh
me
my
and
God,
Amanda.
100%. 100%.
Like, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, well, that was a good rant. I just retweet. Noor, thank you so much for being here today. This is so fun, as usual.
I thank you so much for having me. It was a great way to start my morning.
Absolutely. Let everyone know where they can find you, please.
You could find me on The Reality Is at The Reality Is Pod on Threads and Instagram. You can subscribe to my Patreon where you can get ad-free and extended and video episodes of everything that I release during the week. Patreon.com/The Reality Is Podcast. And then also you could just listen to my podcast everywhere. Just support your local businesses, and we're local because we're in your ears.
And we're business owners and
And
we're
we are-
women. Okay.
I'm a business owner. Okay.
Yes. So support Noor's business, support mine. Follow me at Mainly Raven on Instagram and Threads, patreon.com/bitchesbetter for ad-free video and bonus episodes. I will talk to y'all again soon. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bitch. Is that better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better?